I just had this whole epiphany and I filmed it on my phone and my microphone wasn't working, so now we're going to have to refilm it again. I don't feel worthy of love because nobody is worthy of my love. And this is because I have always put in everything into the person I love. I would drop whatever I was doing to be there for whoever it was. It doesn't even have to be romantically. It could be in a family way or a platonic way. And I feel like nobody would ever do that for me. And the reason why this happened is because whenever someone would have habits that were bad and they were kind of hurting me, what I would do is justify what they were doing. This was just because I didn't want the person to think I wasn't being considerate of them, that I was being open-minded, that I saw all sides, and I wanted to prove it always, because the last thing I wanted is for someone to say to me, oh, don't listen to Kayla because she only talks about what she says, her perspective. She isn't open-minded. She doesn't see the whole picture. She is a victim. She's the one who is seeing it wrong, and don't trust anything she says. I was afraid of people not respecting what I was trying to say, because that's all I wanted to do was be heard, because to be heard is to be loved. And it just felt like the more I've tried to do this, the more I've been there for everyone else, the more I've found that I was lacking love for myself. But really that was a cover-up, because nobody was worthy of my love. Ever. The only person who was worthy of my love that I can think of right now is because they listened to me. They would listen to me when I would talk. And the only reason why I would say they didn't reach that bar that I'm looking for is because whenever I would tell them things about themselves that I believed were true, and they would say they weren't true, I would take it personal, because they would make me feel like I didn't know what I was talking about. But they kept repeating this same behavior. So what that tells me is, one, I was forcing something that wasn't supposed to be forced. Even if I was correct about the way they were acting, I was trying to diagnose this person I loved instead of truly just being there listening to them, because maybe they were not fully aware of this habit. And it isn't my job to be the problem solver, because that's always what I have been. I've always been just, in my mind, I've always been the perfect lover on all sides, all fronts. I have always just been the perfect lover, but nobody else could compete with me in my mind, because I never saw anyone being completely as genuine as me. So I guess what does that mean is I need to let my guard down. I need to be vulnerable enough, and I need to trust other people when they say that they love me, when they say that they care about me, and they're not just saying it, because I don't take those words lightly. When I say those words, I mean it, And even when I'm at my lowest point, even when I'm depressed, what always brings me up is the fact that maybe I can be there for someone else right now. Being needed, being helpful, being a problem solver is what gives me light. It immediately brings my mood up. Like, I can't help smile when I talk about helping other people, because I genuinely care. What will I do different is I will stop pouring myself out to everyone else when my cup is starting to go empty, because that's what I expect other people to do for me. But there is a lack in a relationship and a love like that, and I will start to respect other people's I love yous and I care about yous, because there's sometimes where I don't think they're genuine, they're true, so I don't take them as truth. But I will start doing that because I want to be the change in the world that I want to see. I want people to hear when I say I love you, and I want them to know that I mean it. I mean it with all of my heart. So I'm going to start doing it for other people, because not everyone is me. And I think that's another thing. I need to acknowledge how we are all divine creatures, but we are not all God. We are not all supposed to have this God-like mindset. We're supposed to truly love ourselves unconditionally and know that we're divine and we have the power to use our divine gifts to bring about this goodness in the world. But I need to acknowledge that it's okay to have human feelings, human reactions, and human boundaries. So why am I not worthy of love? It's because other people weren't worthy of my love, and it was because I am a hypocrite. I was hypocritical in the way I thought other people should love me. But I was doing too much to love other people, so I didn't even know what I was really looking for.